Good morning, good morning, good morning. Isn't it a beautiful day outside? Going from what I can see through my office window. It is gorgeous. There's a bit of cloud around, but I can tell that it's going to be a warm day. Hopefully not too hot, just nice and warm. A nice, mild type of sunny summer day that everyone loves. Well, does everyone love them? That's an assumption, isn't it? I'm Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. So it's Monday, the 30th of December, 2024. Wow, very nearly the end of the year. Hasn't that gone fast? Well, we're going to go across to the cards now just to see what today brings from the Lenormand deck. Let's have a look. Where's across? And here we are with our Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck by Chiara Marchetti. Expanded edition. The three cards that we're going to be looking at today looks like it's the time card in the home space. We've got the mountain as our theme for the day, the overall outlook for it. And we've got the key in the workspace. Very nice cards. Well, all of them are nice. They're all parts of the message for the day today, aren't they? Here we have our card. That is, I am a work in progress. None of us are really ever finished. We're always going to be a work in progress as we learn and grow. I love it. Gorgeous photo too, that one. Now, let's expand on them, zoom into them. Right, here we go. And reposition. And that is about where we need it to be. Okay, now what we have with our mountain card. What do you feel when you see mountains and, the very tall opportunities that are here? It does sort of remind me of, what is our Everest. But what we have in the forefront, though, that's what I first see is that peak. It's huge. There's no way I'd ever get to the top of that one because I'm not aspiring to climb mountains of that degree. I have no intention of going to the Himalayas to climb a Mount Everest. Apologies for I've still got notifications on. I forgot that part. Anyway, we've got past that, hopefully. So, but I think it is more symbolising that is what are our highest desires in some respect for our day to day. We're coming towards the end of our year now as far as our calendar years go. The way that we in the West use our calendars, they were created, I actually don't know when the first calendar was actually created, identified. Was it the Incas way back when they did the Toltec, I can't quite remember the name of it, it's on the tip of my tongue. I think it's a T word. But anyway, they designed a calendar that finished in 1921 or 2012. Oh, I can't remember. That's where, I'm going to fall back on this greying hair thing, that the brain matter isn't always in good order as far as trying to find things. All of those memories are there. They are there, but it's trying to find them at the right time, isn't it? But anyway, our calendars have been man-designed. It is not something that the natural realm has besides using, what we have as our seasons. Right now we're in our summer. Here at the tip of this mountain it looks very, very cold. I don't think they'd ever get that free of the ice and snow, the height of it. That's the natural physics of the world. And here we have in the foreground, we've got that is the deer of some sort. I don't know whether it's a moose or whether it's a reindeer. It's hard to tell. Could be a reindeer. Don't know for sure. That there looks like it's a huge bird taking off and flying across our view there. But is it? It could be just a crevice that's gathered all the snow here in the background. Very hard to know. That's where you'd need to be in the experience of being present in this sort of scene to know exactly what that is or was. I can't tell it's not even very distinct on the actual card itself. But let's imagine it's that beautiful foreground of a lush forest, the woodlands, the scrub, wherever you are and whatever you name your scenes in your landscape. But it definitely is because it's the wooded land that's at the foothills of what is a mountain range, and that's leading into it. Here in Australia, we don't have very many mountain ranges, but we do have the snowy mountains, and we do have the Grampians, which currently there is raging bushfires in the Grampians, and there has been some loss of houses, residences and sheds and stuff. There's ones that's up in the Kimberleys that are in the northwest. There are some, but it's not like some of the other continents that have wonderful, never, or what seems to be never-ending ranges. So anyway, wherever you're feeling that sense of looking upon what is a goal, because I think that's what it's symbolising for us. I mean, this is the photo, the picture of what we're looking at that's symbolising something for our theme today. And I think it's that sense of looking upon what are our goals, what do we want to achieve for today. We've got the lovely lush verges of that take the step into the mountainous ranges. Now, for the Lenormand, the mountain is more of obstacles and things that get in your way. For me, I see it as the challenges that help us to grow stronger by moving up and over, around, shifting our perspective at times, depending on where we are in these particular ranges. I mean, you can imagine the view once you are atop that absolute peak. What sort of view would you have? What sort of dynamic is there that's going to change once you've achieved that goal of reaching the peak? How well did you move through the terrain as you went to get to that peak? And it doesn't have to be the topmost. It can be the smaller peaks. It can be just across that valley. There could be a raging river there that you've had the excitement of canoeing down the rushing waters that go through and all of that, the rapids, challenging yourself to bring that as part of your achievement. All the tiniest little goals can still be something that you are moving through to get to what is your destination, what is that ultimate peak that you're wanting. And for us today, that is our goal, our peak. It's just a today thing. We wouldn't do that peak in one day. We're setting those smaller goals, and we're looking at what we are wanting to move toward, have that intention. So put it in place. And like this deer, it's waiting patiently for that right moment. And it will move off when it needs to. That type of, it knows its terrain. We're learning and knowing our terrain. So become familiar with it for our day-to-day. Take those moments of rest that we're needing to. Okay, so there we go for that one. Now, here we have some comments that have come in the time that I've been chatting. So, Michaela, good morning to you. Lovely morning. It is a lovely morning. I found, well, so far it is. It might come in a little bit overcast. It's just starting to hide the sun now, the clouds. So, there we go. That's a little mini weather report for you, Michaela. And Anastasia, hey there, can I have a card pull, please? This one is a general card reading, Anastasia. I don't do the individual card pulls in the morning readings, these ones. Place yourself, your questions or anything that you've got, you're just wondering about and querying about. Place these cards as the answer to that question, or whatever you're feeling for yourself, what trend you're wanting. Well, trend probably not. Yeah, it could be a trend. Feel towards what you want as your intention today, and these cards are the guide for it. Okay. Now, we're moving to the home space, which this one here is. We've got time in it. I love your emojis there, Michaela. Thank you. So it's all the time that you need. What we've got is the different varying methods that this card is bringing to us. It's certainly, you can see the hourglass. We've got the rooster very prominent. There is a candle there. The clock faces, the different types of clock faces are beautiful. With the cuckoo clock, a very gorgeous golden mantelpiece type of a clock. We've got a weird mechanism here that's obviously meant for doing timekeeping. The birds sing in the morning. We've got a wise owl. Here we've got a very glorious filigreed style of a clock with huge hands, and that's the one that it looks like that the owl is standing on. Another that's got the pendulums. There's so many different ways that we can keep time if we so desire. Time is something that does pass. There is a sundial even on this one, just above the tip there. So many different ways that we can tell the time by what we've, as humans, have made as a gauge. It's only humans that use this type of a measure. The creatures in nature just use the seasons and the sunrise, sunset. All of those aspects of the natural realm are what the living creatures use. We've added to that as humans because, I don't know, because we feel that we need to keep time, and yet we complain about time running through and rushing through and passing so quickly. But that is okay. We as our organised brains alike, we do enjoy to have regularity and or schedules, the predictability about what we're doing and being organised. It's just part of how we've become a society now, because we are organised as multiples of groups, etc. And hi Chica, hi Jan, lovely to see you this morning as well. You like the red one with the key? Absolutely, it's lovely, isn't it? They're all gorgeous cards. I really do like them all. So what we have with our timekeeper though, it's in the home space, so it's just about being aware of your time today. Do you really need to keep track of time today? It is a Monday. It technically would be that it is a day back at work, that for those who do the 9 to 5s or whatever style of work you do, it could be that you are needing to keep track of when you start and finish work and do appointments and all of that type of thing, that we're back into our regularity, our regulation, our systems of keeping time. So just have a awareness of it today, because the holidays probably for most are starting to have been completed and we're back at our work. Take the time to breathe, take the time to do what you need to do, and also to rest. It feels to me that the time is in your hands, and you're needing to be aware, manage it well, and use whatever method that you love to do to be able to keep your time. You might keep a tick schedule so that you're ticking things off as you go in the house, like a list of chores and things that gets things done in the time that you need it to be done. Or you might have some appointments that you're keeping. That's what I'm getting from the time card in the home space today. So here we go. There is a perfect time for everything, and we go with our gut feeling a lot of the time, like this deer would be in our theme card for the day, the mountain. Don't be too overwhelmed or overcome by what is the next thing to do or anything. It just means taking our time to really move through what is our natural environment, what is our list of things that we're needing to do, that sort of thing. Now, and yes, it is still Sunday there, because you're in Canada, aren't you, Jam? So yes, it's your evening. So you're on the 29th yet. So just consider that this is for your tomorrow. So it is in a way predictive, isn't it? Even just for the short day ahead, so to speak. So it's lovely to have you here. Kerry Ann, good morning to you, and she's saying good morning to all. So it's lovely to have you here as well too, Kerry Ann. Thanks for coming along. Now the key in that workspace, setting things free, because we've got that gorgeous bloom, that is the bud that's starting to open up into its full rose. The key is in your hands, so you've got that as setting free anything that you're needing to, opening the doorway to what might be next. So you could have, being in the workplace, it could be that there is something that you are moving into brand new. You've finished with what you've been doing, and you're stepping from there and opening that next door into something fresh and new that's going to bring some wonderful fresh energy. And remember, we're very, very close to the end of a year, calendar year, in the way that we gauge and track time. But for today, it really is opening that doorway, opening that gate, lifting the lid on your treasure box in whatever way that you want to delve into what is next for your work. There could be a particular way that you're needing to do that, a particular process, and that's okay. The key is going to fit any lock that you're needing to use to unlock. Now, it could be too that after this rose has been brought out to its full beauty and out of the cage, that you might need to lock the cage behind it so that there is no revisiting of what is past, that you can move forward freely into that is going to be the next steps and the future. Okay, so it really does set you free. There is no bird in the cage. It's set free. It's left behind. It's giving us that gift of that beautiful piece of nature, a gorgeous rosebud. So move with what feels most natural to you as you've unlocked this doorway and stepped through, flown out of your cage, flown through that door into whatever freedom and of choice, freedom of doing how you need to for that next step in your workspace. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling for this, and it's most especially because it gives that freedom with the connection that we've got with the mountain today. There may be some challenges, but it's going to be a beautiful freedom of, like, this might be the bird right in that center of the card, well, almost center, that you yourself are going to be able to be set free to see what is next, to actually choose and find that lovely, that you're going to love doing next, that's in your workspace. You might still be in the same work arena, but finding something new and fresh to be able to follow through. Okay, I think that's what I'm feeling with those cards. Okay, now we've got Jam. So your husband feeds the cats right now. It's 2:30 p.m. But we feed the cat at 3 or 4, 3:30 or 4. I said, what, doing feeding them early? He said, I thought it was 3:30. Time really is something that is ethereal because it's only something that we have as our gauge. Move through that inner time, what is that instinct? Yes, you became more spiritual watching more tarot readers and mediums and astrologists. Yes, getting news more that way since media is lying a lot. Absolutely. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And I do feel that probably is your freedom that you're being set free from, is those constraints of what is fed to us rather than being able to set ourselves free and, take in what we ourselves observe from that flying over in a more global picture for ourselves, what we see, feel and sense with that, the mountain card in the middle with our theme today. You could be that bird that is flying free over that's assuming it's a bird. You can make that symbolism what it means for you if you saw that as being a bird in the card, or it could be that you're the deer roaming free in your natural environment and learning and growing as we go, of course, because that's what we're here for. That's what my belief is anyway. So understand what you're saying there, Jam. And hi Sharon, lovely to see you here. You still in bed or are you up and about? And I'll catch you shortly. So here we go with what is the cards. I'll just give one more view. There we have it, all of those cards together. I'm just going to pop them down back to seeing them all, just in case the Instagram lot will. The Instagram view sometimes brings it down to that little view, or it just goes, you know, the long one, and they get just the, yeah, it's not going to do it right. Not from what I'm seeing anyway. I can't do a thing about that, so you're seeing the mountain view mainly. But anyway, so with that, if you want to take a screenshot, go for it. There is a photo of it on my profile and my Rosboundy page on Facebook. You'll see the photo that's been posted. So there we go. Oh my God, did see the plane crash and explosion. Yeah, the news is something that I tend not to watch, not because it's always yucky or anything, but we do get fed what they want us to see. And it is always put forward in the vein of whatever agenda it is by whatever reporter and etc. There's never any unbiased reporting. So I just tend not to look at it. You know, the news is the news. There is things happening around our world. What we need to do is just place our hearts out with that unconditional love that all things are going to be in positive ways as they're meant to be. So much does happen around and about. Yeah, it was the Korean and Canada Dutch Airlines. Yeah, so I won't place that on the screen. Excuse me. With all things that we experience in our lives, yes, some does touch our hearts more deeply than others, and there are some horrors that continue to happen even though history is repeating itself, and humans just don't seem to learn very well or easily, or don't care or whatever. Many reasons why, but if we didn't have all of those chaos and ups and downs and, you know, the sad, the happies and all the rest, we wouldn't know when things, you know, there is that sense of, if everything was in bliss land and happy and, you know, what we might expect from what's the word for it? Anyway, I can't remember the word for it. Not Narnia, but similar. Like, how would we grow? How would we continue to be who we are in growing understanding in all of that? So, yeah, look, the world is as it is. And agree, the CEO found out he's not died on medium and the shooter is not him, I believe, decoy yet. Look, all sorts of different things that happen around the world. Be who you are within yourself. It is our being that is the most important, because we can't be anyone else. We can observe other things that go on in the world. We can observe each other. We can try to understand and feel empathetic for each other, and that loving kindness, put out the kindness, gratitude and unconditional love. And that is the most important thing, because it's that energy that then starts to diffuse and suffuse and integrate with everything else. I'm not sure if I'm using the right words. It doesn't matter. Just be you in the most best and complete way that you can be in each situation that you experience that moment, because it is being present that is, it brings our conscious mind into part of that of who we are as well, and being who we are, so that we are more aware of what influence we may be having on others and the world around us in that beautiful unconditional love way that we can and do. That's part of the doing in some respects, but we've got to start being who we are in that core essence. And thank you for that, Kerry Ann, and have a lovely day. And yes, Jam, it is all shocking, so crazy. Twilight Zone stuff. Do you think it's Twilight Zone, or it's just being present in a world that is full of chaos, but it's also got beautiful, blissful happenings as well? We just don't see it very often. It's not reported. And Shaz saying, enjoy your day, everyone. And there it is, yes, the so crazy Twilight Zone. And here we go. I'm planning integrating food spices. Yes, that would be very nice. If you cook, you cook. I don't. Yeah, it's a crazy world, Jam. Yes, I won't put that one up either. It might be blocked, being more political-ish, sort of. And here we have those beautiful emojis of the praying hands. Thank you, Michaela. with everything that you do, trust within yourself what you have in your inner core of that unconditional love, connection with your spirit guides and that is source, helping you to understand each and every day that further growth that everyone has, because as the owls have said, we are all a work in progress. None of us are finished. So then we're going to, oh yes, yummy, exactly, Jan. The yummy spices. I happen to have a partner who is he's a guru when it comes to the flavours in foods and using the spices. My cooking is charcoal. Bland. Anyway, thank you very much everyone for joining this morning. We'll continue onward with our day towards the end of our gauging of not financial years. God, I'm skipping ahead to June, July for us. No, we're heading towards the end of our calendar year. Today, 30th, tomorrow, 31st. It is New Year's Eve tomorrow. I'm still going live. I still go live on the Monday, on the first of the year as well, of course. The only day I don't pretty much is Christmas Day and sometimes Good Friday. Who knows? So there we are. We are here at the end of our session for this morning. Yes, glad watching medium tarot and astrologer. So go. Yes, go. We all have what we feel from our own sense of intuition, our gut feelings from within. Be flexible in how you understand the world. Take the guidance as you need to from your spirit guides in whatever way, as long as it harms no one, the actions that you put forward from that into the world with unconditional loving energy. Be the best you that you can be, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.